So today we'll be discussing about radioimmunoassay. So you have two specific assays that are meant to try to assess the concentration of antigen in a particular serum, or to assess the type of antigen present in the serum. So for example, if someone has infection, okay, any particular type of infection, and you already know that, let's suppose someone has so for example hepatitis, right? In case someone is having hepatitis and you are trying to find out the concentration of that hepatitis antigen present in the patient's body, all right, or present in the patient's blood, in the serum. Okay, that is why you do assays, different types of assays. One particular type of assay that we'll discuss today is radioimmunoassay. Okay, it is also called RIA. Now what you do in radioimmunoassay is you take a microtiter plate. So you have these microtiter plates, okay, on which you perform these assays. Again, I'll repeat, these assays are done to assess, specifically radioimmunoassay is done to assess, I'll write it down here, and to assess the concentration of antigen in blood, any particular antigen that you're looking for. So if you know that someone has a particular disease and they will have that type of antigen, then you will try to specifically find out how much antigen is present in their body to know the progression of the disease, or how severe the disease is present in the patient. All right, that is how you'll be able to assess. So if more amount of antigen is present, think of it this way. If one bacteria, let's suppose, has one antigen like this, and let's suppose there are 1 million bacteria like that in your blood. Okay, if you just measure the type of antigen, or the number of antigen, concentration of antigen that is present in your blood, okay, per ml, you'll be able to guess how many bacteria are present in your whole body. Okay, that is why you're doing this radioimmunoassay. All right, depending on that you might want to change the treatment. All right, sometimes this disease can be acute and mild, or it can be severe depending on the number of antigens present. All right, now what you do is you take small microtiter plates. So microtiter plates basically look like this. There'll be small plate like this with small wells in them. Okay, they look like small holes from the top. ठीक है, ऐसे छोटे छोटे holes कैसा दिखता है वो. If you actually look at horizontally, this plate will look like this. So this will be the plate, and those wells will go like this. So that small well, it will be like this. Okay, you'll take a whole plate like this, so it has continuous wells like this, a long row, totally 96 rehte generally. Okay, such wells. Now what you do is you use this to perform the experiment. Think of it like a stencil through which you are drawing. Okay, stencil use करके लिखते हैं या draw करते हैं ना, the same way you are using this stencil to perform an experiment. So what you do is, now initially you will take one microwell. Initially you'll have to do a standard test. Okay, वो कैसा करते हैं, I'll show you. So let's suppose I'm taking one of those wells. Okay, I'm maximizing in one of those wells. There are 96 such wells in one tray. I'm maximizing only in one what do you call well. What is happening? What I do is I will coat this particular well with antibodies. Okay. Let's suppose यहाँ पर, or let me draw it this way. It will be easier. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm taking specific antibodies to any particular antigen. For now, I have not started the experiment. I'm just taking one standard test. I'm performing one standard test. इसमें मैं क्या करता हूँ? Think of it like a control test as well. ठीक है? What I'm doing is I'm taking one particular antigen, and I will add a radioactive I'll take antibody. I'll attach antibody to that well, and I'll take radioactive antigen. It will either be coated with tritium, or it will either be coated with iodine 131. Yeah, iodine 125, sorry. Any radioactive, any of those two radioactive materials, I will apply a little bit of radioactive material to one specific antigen, and I will make sure this antigen is reacting with. So let's suppose this is the radioactive antigen, and it will react with this antibody. So what will happen is you will have antigen antibody reaction. So यहाँ पर आके your radioactive antigens, okay, these are radioactive, they will come and attach to your antibodies. ठीक है? After attaching this, now what I'll do is I will take one particular solution, and I will what do you call, just pour those antigens into this well. What will happen is I will get a lot of antigens like this, and they will come. Some of them will attach to the antibody, some of them will not attach to the antibody. Please feel free to stop me at any time if you want me to repeat anything, or if you're not understanding anything. Okay, this can be confusing, especially if you come in between or not. Now ये antibodies जो है, I'm pouring them literally. Okay, so let's suppose I'm pouring around 50,000 antigens, radioactive antigens, onto some 100 antibodies. What will happen is those 100 antibodies, one antibody will attach to two antigens. So I am basically making sure that at least 100 radioactive antigens are attached to those antibodies. Whatever excessive amount of radioactive antigens are there, I will wash them away. So what I'll do is I'll literally wash that well. So all the excessive amount of antigen is gone, radioactive antigen. ठीक है, that is step 1. Step 2 में क्या करता हूँ मैं? I hope you're following along. ठीक है, let me write here. First step. This is the second step. Second step में क्या करता हूँ? This is still the standard, okay? I have not started specific antigen के लिए, like suppose there will be specific tests as well. For now, I'm only doing a standard test where I'm trying to find out how much concentration will give what kind of radioactivity. You will understand in 5 minutes. Okay? So what I will do is I still have those antibodies coated with antigens. Okay? So let's suppose there are 4 antibodies, and I have these antigens. Now in second step, what I will do is I will pour. So I will take a small beaker, and in that I have unlabeled or non-radioactive antigen. So यहाँ पर non-radioactive antigen. What is the significance of this antigen? जब मैं non-radioactive antigen ये well को add करता हूँ, see, please keep in mind that this already has some amount of radioactive antigen attached to these antibodies. Whenever I'm adding these non-radioactive antigens, so let's suppose non-radioactive antigen looks like this. Okay, so I'm pouring non-radioactive antigens here now. What will happen is these non-radioactive antigens will compete with this radioactive antigen. It will literally replace that antigen. So what will happen is some of the antibodies will start having non-radioactive antigens on their surface now. Okay, if you remember, your antigen looks like this. Your antibody looks like this, and your antigen will come and attach here like this. All right. The same thing is happening here. यहाँ पर antigen antibody reaction करके you are trying to find out the concentration of antigen in one particular solution using radioactivity. Okay. Now यहाँ पर first step होने के बाद I am adding second step में non-radioactive antigen. This fellow is competing with these places. This non-radioactive antigen is literally competing with the radioactive antigen for that same place. So what will happen is, depending on the virulence of that antigen or depending on the potency of that antigen, some of the locations will be replaced. Okay, not all, some. So what will end up happening is, यहाँ पर you will replace the radioactive antigens with non-radioactive antigens. ठीक है, यहाँ तक समझ में आया तुम लोगों को क्या हो रहा हो? Or do you want me to repeat any particular part or the whole thing?
सर एक बार रिपीट करना सर।
पूरा?
यस सर।
अच्छा, देखो, रेडियो इम्यूनोएसे एक टेस्ट है. Radio immunoassay is a test in which you are basically trying to find out the concentration of antigen that is present in a blood. For example, if someone has hepatitis, okay, or any particular disease, okay, let's suppose they have influenza or they have hepatitis or whatever, okay, कोई एक disease है. Now I know the person has that disease. I am trying to find out how severe the disease is there in the patient. ठीक है, mild है, severe है, chronic है, क्या है, I am trying to find out. All right. That I can do by finding out the number of antigens that are present in the patient's serum or the patient's blood. Okay, that is what I am trying to test. One method of testing that is radioimmunoassay. Okay, what you do is, in that you measure the concentration of antigen, that particular antigen, disease ka antigen. So if I have one bacteria, let's suppose there is this bacteria and this fellow has this purple colored antigen. The more number of bacteria I have, I can basically summarize that the more severe the infection is. Okay, that is the correlation behind it, and that is why I'm doing this test. Okay, I hope you are following along now. अब यहाँ पर मेरे को एंटीजन टेस्ट करना है. एक मेथड टेस्ट करने का रेडियो एक्टिव एसे है. रेडियो एक्टिव एसे में क्या करते हैं? The first step, you have to do a controlled test, in the sense that you will not use your sample being the blood. So if I have a person who has hepatitis or who has some disease, I draw some blood from them and that will be the sample. I'm not using sample in this test. Right now I'm only using a controlled sample. ठीक है, I'm using only a control बोलेंगे उसको. Sample बोले तो फिर confusion होता ना. This is a control. Okay, it does not have the patient's blood in it. It does not have the patient's antigens in it. ठीक है, यहाँ पर स्टैंडर्ड टेस्ट में आप क्या कर रहे हैं? पहले यू यूज एन एंटीजन विच इज रेडियो एक्टिव. सो यू जनरली यूज I-125, आयोडीन 125, और यू यूज ट्रिटियम. ओके, इधर वे दोनों में से एक यूज करके आप क्या करते? वो एंटीजन को रेडियो एक्टिव बना देते. दिस इज नॉट द पेशेंट्स एंटीजन. दिस इज अ रैंडम एंटीजन दैट आई एम टेकिंग that corresponds to a random antibody. ठीक है, antigen, let's suppose we call it A antigen, and this is A antibody. A antigen will only bind to A antibody. You know, antigens and antibodies are very specific to each other. Only one type of antigen will bind to one type of antibody. अब ये radioactive antigen को मैं sample में क्या करता हूँ? I will take a small micro titer plate. ठीक है, in this plate I will have small wells. So if you look closely, those wells will look like this. ठीक है, you will have small 96 wells in this plate. So if I maximize on one of those well, अगर एक well को अगर मैं maximize करके देखा तो it will look like this. ठीक है, अब these wells, in these wells what I will do is I will coat these wells with specific antibody. So I want to test radioactive A antigen, right? So I will coat these what you call micro wells with A antibody. I will pour a little bit of antibody in it. Okay, so the antibody goes and sticks on the surface of that well, A antibody. Now obviously only A antigen can go and attach to that antibody, that I already know. Okay, what I will do is I will take a small beaker with the radioactive A antigen and I will pour that solution in this what you call small well. What will happen is these radioactive antigens, so let's suppose this is the radioactive antigen, मैं एक बहुत सारे radioactive antigen pour कर रहा हूँ. What will happen is some of those radioactive antigens, depending on the number of antibodies, one antibody can only take up 2 antigens, as you can see here, right? So let's suppose there are 100 antibodies present on the surface of the well. 200 antigens will be occupied. ठीक है, बाकी के extra what I will do is I will wash them away. Following along till here? समझ में आ रहा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक
Yes,
है.
sir.
Right now यहाँ पर मैं धो देके what I'm doing is I'm basically washing it and making sure that all extra radioactive antigens that are present that are washed away and removed. ठीक है, यहाँ पर what I will do is I will measure the radioactivity. Now I know that this will have 100% radioactivity because all the antigens that I have coated are radioactive. So whenever I check the radioactivity of that particular well, I will have 100% radioactivity. Correct? यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा? I am using radioactive antigen. If I coat all the antibodies with radioactive antigens, obviously I'll have radioactivity which is 100%. ठीक है, all the antigens will be radioactive. यहाँ पर this is indicating 100% radioactivity. In the second step, what I will do is I will take non-radioactive antigens. ठीक है, these are also antigen A, but these are not radioactive. Okay, they are still antigen A, same antigen that can correspond with antibody A, but this time I am making sure that it is not radioactive. What I will do is I will take another serum with non-radioactive antigens and I will pour it in the what you call first mixture which had radioactive antigens. So initially आपके पास it should have been like this. एक second. So you have this, and initially from the continuation of your first step, you had radioactive antigens here. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm taking a non-radioactive antigen A, same antigen, but it is not radioactive now. All right, slightly different. What I will do is I will pour this inside. So let me use orange color here. Let's suppose this is the non-radioactive antigen. I will pour this inside. When I'm pouring this inside, what will happen is you will get several non-radioactive antigens present in this solution, in this well. And these non-radioactive antigens will compete with this radioactive antigen for the place. So क्या होता? Some of these radioactive antigens will get replaced, meaning what you will end up with is some antibodies with non-radioactive antigens. Okay, depending on the potency of that standard antigen, it is getting replaced. Okay, let's suppose 50% of them got replaced or 10% got replaced. Okay, अब मेरे पास for example, let's suppose I initially had 100 antibodies, right? 100 antibodies were present. These were corresponding to 200 antigens, correct? Ab, in second step, when I'm adding non-radioactive antigens, what will happen is I will have 180 radioactive antigen plus 20 non-radioactive. So NR is non-radioactive antigens. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक क्या हो रहा?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at this step, second step है ना ये. So at this step, if I measure the radioactivity, I will find that it is 90% because 10% decrease हो गया ना. 10% of the antigens have been removed. 10% radioactive antigens have been removed, meaning 10% radioactivity has decreased. Okay, if I take that over a graph or if I plot that, जैसा बोल रहा हूँ. Now let's suppose the concentration of what do you call antigen that I poured inside, non-radioactive antigen, is 1 nanograms. ठीक है, यहाँ पर initially 0 nanograms of non-radioactive था. I had radioactive, but if I measure non-radioactive, it was 0 nanograms. I did not add anything. So I can also write it this way. 0 nanograms equals 100% radioactivity and 1 nanogram equals 90% radioactivity. Are you guys able to follow what is happening? See, initially there was no non-radioactive what do you call antigen. That is why all the antigens that were present in that well were radioactive, giving 100% radioactivity. That is why here we have 0 nanograms. All of the antigens that were present were radioactive. These all of these what we are measuring are non-radioactive antigens. Okay, we are basically measuring how much radioactivity I will get out of, or how much amount of radioactivity will decrease based on the concentration of non-radioactive antigen added, because these non-radioactive antigens are replacing radioactive antigens. Okay. Similarly, if I keep on continuing, what will happen is I will get, for 2 nanograms I have 80%. One second. Yeah, for 3 nanograms I have 70%. 4 nanograms I have 60%. 5 nanograms I have 50%. 4 nanograms, sorry, 6 nanograms I have 40%. Okay. Now you can see from this table, when as the concentration of non-radioactive what do you call antigen is increasing, see as I go down the concentration of non-radioactive increases. Corresponding to that, the amount of radioactivity decreases, because all the non-radioactive antigens are replacing radioactive antigens. Okay, the radioactivity is decreasing. If I take that over a graph, if I plot that graph, what will I see is, oh dear. Hmm. So let's suppose I take one graph of that, okay, and I keep the parameters यहाँ पर percentage radioactivity, यहाँ पर concentration of non-radioactive antigen. Okay, so if I, let's suppose this is 20%, यहाँ पर 100%. Okay, at 100% the concentration of non-radioactive antigen will be 0. ठीक है, यहाँ पर 0 था ना, this the same way, so the graph will go down like this. Okay. Basically what I'm indicating is, as the concentration of your non-radioactive antigen increases, so here it is 0, here it is 2, here it is 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on and so forth. Okay. Radioactivity will keep on decreasing. At a point, radioactivity will become 0 when all the radioactive antigens have been replaced. Okay. I hope you understood this concept. So 20% यहाँ पर 40 लगा लो. This keeps on going, okay? 60, 80 and 100. ठीक है? As radioactivity increases, the concentration of non-radioactive antigen should decrease. On the flip side, whenever concentration of non-radioactive antigen increases, the radioactivity will decrease. So if I write that down as an equation, one second, someone is continuously messaging for some reason. Yeah, sorry about that. So if I plot correlation, it will basically mean percentage of radioactivity is inversely proportional to 1 by concentration of non-radioactive antigen. meaning as the concentration of non-radioactive antigen increases, radioactivity decreases. Flip side, as radioactivity increases, concentration of non-radioactive antigen should decrease. ये समझ में आया concept क्या है? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to what we are doing, test. So we have one disease patient. This is what we already initially do. So अभी के लिए ये ग्राफ रहने दो इधर ही एंड इसको इधर रहने दो, these values. ठीक है. Now what I do is, in the initial step, first step what I was doing is, in the previous reaction I was taking a well and in that I was putting these antibodies, right? When I put these antibodies, what will happen is I am using radioactive antigens. So these are radioactive antigens and they are occupying the place of the antibody. First step. In the second step, I was using non-radioactive antigens, if you remember, right? So non-radioactive antigens were replacing my radioactive antigens present in the well. Here, when I'm measuring for a specific type of antigen, meaning if someone has flu or someone has tuberculosis or someone has some disease, and I'm trying to measure the antigen, the amount of antigen that is present in that patient's blood, I will use, in the second step, instead of using a non-radioactive antigen sample, I will use that type of that blood. Basically, I will use my sample here. Okay, this sample will have the blood or that sera. यहाँ पर ये pour कर दो, instead of using non-radioactive antigens. What will end up happening is, so I still have those antibodies. Okay. Initially, all of them had that radioactive, what do you call, antigen attached to that. Later on, when I add my antigen, let's suppose I have red colored antigen in this. Okay. Specific antigen of, let's suppose, tuberculosis. Okay, Mycobacterium tuberculosis का antigen है, and I'm pouring that into the well. What will happen is, these antigens which are radioactive, they will get replaced by the new type of antigen. So यहाँ पर you are replacing the old radioactive antigen with new radioactive antigen. This is the tuberculosis ka antigen. So let's suppose this patient had TB and you are using tuberculosis and you are pouring those that blood sample into the well. What I will do after this is, now initially यहाँ पर 100% था ना radioactivity, because all of them were radioactive. Here I will measure the radioactivity of this well now after adding the tuberculosis sample. Let's suppose the radioactivity is 60%, meaning 40% radioactivity decrease हो रहा. What I will do is I will correlate this with this. So I know now that if radioactivity is 60%, the concentration of antibody, the concentration of antigen in that blood sample is 4 nanograms. ठीक है? This is radioimmunoassay. समझ में आया? Did you guys understand, or do you want me to repeat it again? Okay, I'll take that as a yes then. Right, coming to ELISA. See, you'll have to open your mouth if you have doubts. नहीं तो मुश्किल. Coming to ELISA, ELISA is basically, I'm sure you have heard about it till now. Intermediate में भी आता थोड़ा उनको. This is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Okay. You have direct, indirect, sandwich type. Here in your portion, you specifically have what you call sandwich type. I'll discuss that. Pretty much straightforward. यहाँ पर what you do is, so like the previous experiment, in this you will take a microtiter well, okay, and you will add specific antibodies in this. So let's suppose I'm adding some antibodies here. ठीक है. Now in this you use a specific type of enzyme to find out the concentration of what do you call this thing, to find the concentration of antigen that is present in that sample or the serum. Okay, initially what you do is you take antibodies and you coat that well with antibodies. Okay, to these antibodies you will add one antigen. Okay, these are normal antibodies and to this you are adding an antigen specific to that antibody. So you have antigens coming and attaching here. All right, after attaching this what you will do is you will wash the well, so that excessive amount of antigen that might have been poured and it did not attach, those are removed. Okay, you wash this and you remove these excessive antigens. After this step what you will do is you will add new antibodies, but this time these antibodies are linked with an enzyme. What is the difference? So initially you use this kind of antibody, right? ये type of antibody use करे थे to coat the well. The second time you will use a different kind of antibody. It will still work for this antigen, but the difference is that, so let's suppose the new type of antibody will look like this. It will have that same structure, but it will have a small enzyme linked to it. To its structure, I will link an enzyme. What is the significance of this? Now, whenever I'm pouring your new antibody, so let's suppose I'm pouring these antibodies, what will happen is you will get these antibodies here linked with an enzyme. So that is why it is called enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Okay, so I have an enzyme linked like this. यहाँ पर क्या करते हो, now ये enzyme है बोले तो it will convert a substrate into a product, right? If it is an enzyme, it has to convert a substrate into product. I will take advantage of this reaction. What I will do is I will throw in a little bit of substrate. Once these have attached, I will wash so that excessive amount of antibodies, these antibodies have been removed, and after that I will drop in the what do you call solute or substrate, either way. When I add the substrate, what will happen is I will add such a substrate that whenever it is undergoing a reaction with this enzyme, so let's suppose this is E enzyme that I have linked to these antibodies. As soon as I add the substrate, I will see change in color. Okay, the product, let's suppose substrate has some orange color and this fellow has blue color. Okay, what will happen is as soon as I pour the substrate inside, because enzyme is present in that what you call solution with antibodies, the enzyme is linked to that antibody, immediately the substrate will change color to blue. All right, now depending on the intensity of that color, I can understand or I can gauge or I can calculate the amount of antigens present in that particular sample. Okay, समझ में आया? I'll repeat once again just in case you did not understand. I'm taking one micro titer plate. Okay, in that I'm attaching some antibodies. All right, so let's suppose I'm attaching antibodies here. Okay, I am trying to find out the number of antigens the same way, the number of antigens or the concentration of antigens present in a patient's blood. Okay, so what I do is I will I know that the patient has a particular type of some particular type of disease. What I will do is to find out the concentration of antigen, I will basically pour a little bit of blood or that serum into this microtiter well, and what will happen is specific type of antigens will come and attach here. Okay, still I don't know the number of the concentration of antigen. To this what I will do is I will attach another antibody which is the same like this, but it has an enzyme linked to it. What will end up happening is a reaction like this. I will wash in between so that I can remove excessive amount of antigens, and यहाँ पर the difference being these antibodies have an enzyme linked to it. This enzyme can convert one orange colored substrate into blue colored substrate. This is only an example, okay? It will basically convert a substrate into a product. I will make sure that the substrate and the product are of different colors so that I can understand the difference. Once I attach this new antibody with enzyme, I will wash again so that extra antibodies are removed, and I will pour in the substrate. As soon as I pour in the substrate, I will have product formation because of this enzyme, and it will change color. depending on the intensity of color, I can find out or I can calculate the number of antigens that were present. The more antigens that were present, more enzyme linked antibodies will go and attach, more intense the color will be. Okay? Same on the opposite side, less antigens hai, less antibodies will attach, less the color. Whatever substrate I'm giving, it will convert in color, but the color will be more mild. Versus if more number of antigens are present, the color will be more intense. This is called sandwich ELISA. Okay, you're basically making a sandwich here. That is why it is called sandwich ELISA. Right? That completes your immunoglobulins. I hope you understood. If you have doubts, please shoot. Okay. आज की अटेंडेंस ले लेंगे.